Hey guys, it's me, Eva, back for another episode. Today, I'm going to be kind of teaching how to tame a cockatiel, because as all of you know, my cockatiel is very sassy and sometimes loves to bite. So I will be going through the steps with you guys on how to tame your cockatiel. Enjoy! One of the things that I've noticed about cockatiel tamers on YouTube, like you're watching this on, is that they already have their cockatiel on a stand that they want, or it's already sort of pre-tamed while they're making this video. But for me, that was always so frustrating because my cockatiel had pretty much almost never been tamed, so she still liked to kind of bite, and so I couldn't get her to where I wanted her to be. So that was kind of frustrating because then they're like, oh, just do all this. And I'm like, I can't. So I will be going through the steps with you guys for like people who are just like me, who are sort of frustrated with the other people on YouTube on how to tame a cockatiel. So I'm going to start at the basics. So for this video, I will be mainly doing all of it on the top of her cage. Thankfully, her cage top opens. That's just yarn that she plays with when she's on top. Don't mind that. So this normally comes open and tries to stay open, but sometimes it doesn't like to stay open, and I got rid of the perch that kept it open, so I'm kind of upset about that. So she'll just probably be right here or down over there. But since I don't have a good perch for her, well, I did, but it kind of broke. I'll go get that. And my camera stand fell on it. Here it is. It got broken. There are the remaining pieces over there. I built the ladder in that. But I might try to use this perch. Let's just see how it goes. So I will probably be using a lot of this up here. I will try to encourage her or make her try to step on my hand to encourage her to go to the top. I will not pretty much force, but I'll encourage. So let's try this out. Come here, Calypso. Good girl. Come on. Here we go. Good girl. So if you have a more aggressive cockatiel, that's my language. If you have a more aggressive cockatiel, that might not be as easy, but still, if you have struggles, put both your hands like this and try to like cup them and just almost not shove them up, but sort of just lightly toss to help them jump if they can't fly or fly up to the top of their cage. Because Calypso here is very attached to her cage, so she normally just flies straight to the top when I take her downstairs. Well, try to take her downstairs before she flies around the house and almost gets eaten by my dog, so that doesn't happen anymore. But whenever I try to take her out, she flies straight to her cage, so this will make the taming process, I think, easier, but she's claimed her territory. See how she just tried to bite? She lowered her crest, kind of like a horse pins its ears. She lowered her crest and opened her mouth and that's the best cockatiel voice I can do. She does that. So that when that, like that, she tries to bite. So when that happens, the best thing that I've ever used to tame a cockatiel is millet seed, or millet spray is what people mostly call it. Oops, where's the drawer? This stuff is really useful, and it encourages them to get on your hands. That's how I tame my first parakeets. So I'm going to kind of taunt her to the other part of the cage. She doesn't like that ball very much. I'm going to sort of encourage her to the... I sort of encourage her to the top of her cage. See, like this. See how most birds will go anywhere for this stuff. Come on, get in the camera view. See? Now she's eating it. She doesn't like my hand being there, but she's eating it. That's the first step in this. I'll probably do multiple episodes on the taming because it's kind of a long road if you have a very kind of wild cockatiel that would kind of like to bite you a lot. This might be a 2-part, 3-part, but I'm hoping to get it all in this one video with the power of editing. Good girl. Good girl, Calypso. So it's always best to say their name. If they're a new cockatiel, to get them used to their name, you say good girl or whatever gender they are. Good girl, good boy, I don't know her gender. So I'm calling it a her. See, she still has her crest down because she does not like my hand being there, but she's very interested in what she's eating. Yum, yum. Yum, yum. I'm going to encourage her to this part of the cage, and see when I get my hand anywhere near her, she does that. Come here. You're fine. Come here. Uh-huh, you love this. You love it. So next step would be holding your hand a little bit closer, like this, with your thumb like on the other side so they don't bite it, but like that. And I'm going to have to vacuum after this because he's making a mess. It's the poor thing about this stuff. It makes a horrible mess. My floor is so ruined. So, what I would do next is I would put it right on your fingertips and hold it like this. Come here. Good girl. They may try to bite you and it kind of hurts, but if it's just a warning bite, they don't hurt that much. But if it's like an actual attack, my mom's gotten bitten by her, and man, she did not let go. But I've gotten bitten by her a couple times. They're sort of just like warning, like, stay back, don't, stay back. It's kind of just like that. It's kind of like a horse pinning its ears to tell you, get away or I'm going to attack or do something. I refer to all horse stuff because I love horses. And I love you. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take off one little stem of this and see if she'll come to it. She might not, she might. Come here. You see this? Yum. Good girl, Calypso. So just hold the very end of it and see how she's eating very close to my fingers? That's getting her used to my fingers. I'm hoping I'm recording this. Yes, I am. Ha! Because I've not hit record before, and that was devastating. I lost all the content. Yeah. Here we go. And when it gets down to the bear, I just drop it to the bottom of her cage so I'll clean it up later with the cage dump. The tray dump. Here we go. It's all empty. So, if they get used to that, you might have to do it a couple times. I'll just get some of the seeds and sprinkle them into my fingers. This is a very messy process. But see if she'll try to eat them out of my fingers. She might not. Come here. Or just hold it like this. Or a little bit closer with your fingers sticking out more. See how she doesn't like them? But she's getting closer. And yeah, what are those? Here. Ooh, she doesn't like the fingers sticking out, but she likes them curled up around. So that might help. Good girl, Calypso. I've had her on my shoulder before because that's like the one place that she feels comfortable on me, I guess. But she attacks my ears. When I like move my head, she'll like attack my ears. It's hilarious. Kind of hilarious, not really. Good girl. Let's see if you'll come a little bit when I hold it like that. You good? Here, let me cover a little bit more so you're only eating very close to my fingers. Good girl. Always congratulate. Congratulation is greatness. Come on. You're going to get fatty liver disease if I keep feeding you all these seeds. I will do a cockatiel care video eventually. But, yeah. All the seed. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? So we're just going to try to get into holding. Oops, sorry. It might not work. It might work. Come here. See how she just slid and hopped on? Good. That was a process. That was a step forward. Some people wear leather gloves. Some people just wear thinner gloves. I recommend thick gloves if they really bite, because thin gloves really don't do a thing. And leather gloves might work really well. Come here. See, I give her a freedom, but she decides to hop. Here we go. We're still learning. We're still learning. No, ma'am. Okay. That was a wrong thing of me to do. You never want to congratulate or say anything when they do something bad. If they do something bad, jeez, back there. If they ever do something bad, do not say anything. Just continue. And when they do it, really congratulate them. Because if you put them immediately back in the cage when you're doing the taming process, they're going to be like, oh, well, if I bite this person or if I don't fly into this person like they want me to, I get to go back into my home. So never, ever put them immediately back if they do something bad, or don't ever punish them, dunk them in water or tap them on the head and say no. Don't do that. Ignore the bad behavior and congratulate, give them seeds if they do good behavior. So let's try that again. It's okay. You're fine. I'll put one hand near her. Okay. No, ma'am. Just let her calm down. Come on. Step up. It's a good word to use. Good girl to step up. Good girl. Such a good girl, Calypso. And see, she's going to fly to her home. And another thing. What I say and what I've realized from past mistakes, never cut their flight feathers. Birds are one of the only animals throughout hundreds of thousands of animals that can fly. If you cut their wings, what's the point in having a bird if they're just going to flop around and not be able to fly like all the other hundreds of thousands of animals that you can get? Never cut their wings. I learned that out of past mistakes. I watched her sort of flop, and it just honestly broke my heart. So I waited for her wings to grow back, and I'm not ever going to cut them again. I'm just going to tame her and use the wings as an advantage. Learn to harness the power of flight, not fight it. Good girl. She just hopped right onto my hand. She looked at it, thought for a second, then she hopped right on. Set the camera on my phone. Yeah, it's okay. Good girl. Good girl, Calypso. Let's try that again. She hopped right on. Now, your cockatiel may take a few days or weeks to tame. That's okay. As long as you use patience. Patience is the best thing in the world. What I've learned out of a book, for horses, is patience is a cow's girl's best friend. But for birds, patience is a bird girl's best friend. Or bird... I'm not going to use that again. I'm sorry. But patience is key. If you use patience, it's wonderful. If you don't use patience, it might honestly take longer than if you use patience. If you force it, it might take longer. Like in the beginning, I tried to force it when I wasn't really that experienced with what cocktails are like. I watched plenty of YouTube videos, but they never really explained that. So nowadays, I've learned that patience is what brings you together. Forcing is what tears you apart. If you try to force a relationship, it may take longer. So this process may take weeks, days. We're going to try the maneuver again. She doesn't like me coming from behind. Come here, Calypso. Step up. Okay, you're just going to go to the side of your cage. Okay, come on back up. Some birds will try to go behind the cage, like she used to do, but I prevented that by pushing the cage to the wall. Birds are so... they know the keys of getting away. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, that's fine. Can I come on back up? Step up, Calypso. What's your goal? Okay. We've flown to my chair. Okay. We're going to do the rest of the lesson on the chair then. Or she's probably just going to fly back to the cage. I'm going to get rid of the cowboy hat. It might be scaring her. Come here. Step up. Good girl. Okay. Yep. We flew into the cage. And, okay. Yep. We're doing that. Okay. So my bird's like... Okay. Come back down. I can bet you the camera's scaring her. So guys, that was most of the taming process. So 3 things. Use millet spray, patience, and don't force it. Patience kind of meant that. But don't ever force it. Congratulate them when they do something great. Ignore the bad behavior. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Say bye, Calypso. Say bye. Come on, Calypso. Say goodbye. Come on. Please. Please say goodbye. Beautiful picture. Got some good pictures in. Beautiful. Good job. See you guys next time. Bye.